Hello everyone, this is me Mike, and today we're going to look at another action figure. This time it's the Star Wars Black Series or Sergeant Jyn Erso, which is a early convention exclusive 2016 from San Diego Comic-Con. It comes in a nice little box that has this sleeve with these ribs on the back. I'm going to be putting up some scans of the details up here so you can see them and read about it. There's a nice print of Jyn Erso here in the front. In the upcoming movie, Jyn Erso is going to be played by Felicity Jones, and we're going to check out what the action figure actually is going to be looking like and if she's any close in likeness to Felicity Jones, just like the Kylo Ren Black Series was close to Adam Driver.
State your name for the record.
Jyn Erso.
So the figure sleeves out, or the box, you would better want to push it out. It doesn't really come off easily, and then you'll have the action figure right here. You can see her accessories are the figure itself, then we have the scarf that you can put over her head, and then she has the blaster pistol. And then also this box has some nice details and prints on it. This side it features the Rebel logo and another print of Jyn Erso. Let's take her out of the box. And then also in the back it has another sleeve like that that features some cards. And I also did a scan of all the cards, and I'm going to be putting them up. These cards are prints showing the figure in action, some poses that you can do with the action figure itself, showing the actual action figure. They seem a bit photoshopped to me than just mere photos, so you might not get the same look 100% of the time, but I like that they actually did pictures with the actual action figure and not any action type photos with the actor. That's just a added bonus right there. Put them back in the sleeve. And let's have a look at the figure itself. So the figure itself comes with a holster for the weapon under her right arm, where you can put in the blaster. The blaster comes off and it fits quite nicely in here. And I'm going to be putting a close-up video up next, but I just wanted to show you how this all looks like. So the blaster fits in the holster right here, and then this is the scarf piece. It's all hard plastic, it bends easily, which you can put over your head, and then you'll have Jyn Erso, the head with the scarf right there. Next up, we'll look at the our accessories in detail, and we'll also have a look at the articulation of the figure itself. Alright, let's start by looking at how close the likeness is to Felicity Jones. You'll see in the side-by-side comparison that it is actually quite nice, although it's very difficult to get her closer at this price point actually. There might be action figures that are a lot closer in likeness, but I like how far they got in detail with this figure especially. The paint job is really nice. The eyes and the brows and the lips are very detailed, and it's a very fine paint job there. I'm very excited about it. As far as articulation goes, we do have a 360-degree joint in the arm right here, and then it also comes back and forth like this, or up and down. It actually overextends quite a bit up there. And then this joint is another 360 that we have a swivel and or rotate, and then it swivels back and up, and it also overextends at the elbow. And then we have a hand 360 rotating joint, and it also swivels back and forth at the palm. And she can hold her blaster in both hands actually. So this one has the index finger extended, and then this one doesn't, but it would fit the blaster as well. Same thing on the right side, 360 up and down with the same overextension there at the shoulder, 360 at the elbow with the same overextension at the elbow, and then we have the arm there, and then we do have a swivel in that arm up and down, just as your default, I guess, main pistol hand goes. This one goes up and down, versus this one goes in and out. So that's a bit of a difference there. And then her jacket actually is another layer that you could theoretically get off of her. If you were to remove the arms, you would be able to remove the jacket there, because it's just a different layer of some plastic. It's quite flexible, so you should be, if you're comfortable with removing the arms, or at least one of the arms, then you should be able to remove the jacket entirely. And it has this nice leather padding look to it. I'm not sure what this guy is right here. But then the holster and the belt from the holster is just another piece. It's actually not sculpted on here. So this thing is entirely loose, and you would be able to remove it as well. I guess if you remove the pieces from the upper and lower torso. And then this one is strapped to her upper right thigh. This is the holster for the blaster, which has a little bit of a nubbin right here where that holds the blaster in a safe place. And the blaster is a bit bent just due to the packaging, so that's a bit of a bummer, but it fits this holster quite nicely, and then the tip protrudes out of the holster a little bit. The upper torso rotates 360 degrees, no problem there. And then there we do have a bit of a bend at the chest, so she can look a bit down. She can't overextend backwards, but she can look a bit down, like bend it a bit down. And then we do have the legs actually move 360 degrees rotation-wise right here. Not 100% sure why that is. That seems a bit uncommon. But then we do have the joint in the upper hip right here that lets her move her leg back like this, and then out or forward like this. So quite flexible there. She can do the splits this far, and then as I said, the leg moves in and out like that. So just an added level of detail. Then we do, so you can see easily, have a double ratchet knee or double jointed knee right here that makes her able to fold in the knee all the way like that, and then move it all the way back. So that's always nice to have. I like the double jointed knees just because it gives you that added level of flexibility for the different poses. And then the knee padding moves a little bit right here. And then as far as the foot goes, the foot rotates 360 degrees, and then it folds a bit leftward and it folds a bit rightwards, and it also moves up and down just a tiny bit like that, down like that, and then up like that. And then she has stubs right here, so you can get her onto something. And same thing goes for the other foot, except for this one is constrained to the holster. The holster sits quite flexible though, so that's not that much of a hindrance right here. Other than that, the joints are exactly the same. This guy rotates at the upper leg. Then obviously the rotation is a bit impeded by the holster because it has to fit somewhere. You can rotate it forwards and backwards just enough to make it work. And then we do have the same double ratchet knee right here, and the same foot movement in the ankle, a little bit of a swivel there, and then the same rotation. As I said before, the blaster that I have that came in my box is a bit bent just due to the way it was packaged up. It looks a bit like Han Solo's blaster, if I'm not mistaken, but it could be her own style iconic weapon in the Rogue One movies. And then we also have this scarf that she wears at one point in the movie that was wrapped around her head. It's actually quite flexible. If you put it on her, it shouldn't be too much of a hindrance getting her into the poses. The one thing that's a bit tricky is getting it off and on, because the scarf that is around the neck or at the front, it kind of like keeps getting stuck onto her chin and nose. So once you have it on like that, once you want to get it back off, make sure to not just pull it off, but make sure to basically push out the scarf a bit to get it over her head, over her chin in the first place, and then you can see it gets stuck at the nose easily, so you want to push it out even a bit further. And then just like that, get it over her nose before you pull off the scarf entirely, like that. Alright, so this convention exclusive comes with quite a bit of accessories, as we have the scarf piece, we have the blaster, we have the holster, And then I like the way this was packaged up with the sleeve box, and then also with the addition of these cards. It just adds to a bit of a detail, also to warrant the price point, I guess. Next up on this channel, we do have a review of the Rey Black Series from Star Wars in the Jakku variant. So if you don't want to miss out on that, make sure to subscribe to the channel using the button right here. And also give this video a thumbs up if you like it. If you don't, the dislike button is right next to you. Otherwise, I'll see you next time.